Charity Horse Show. Got some folks heading here to center ring, and that is because we have absolute greatness in our presence here tonight. We are just about to take a moment to recognize one of the crowning champions. Crowning champions takes just a few days. The making of those champions, of course, takes years. The making of one champion, very familiar to this show, began in the year 2004 when Bob Mullinax of Little Rock, Arkansas was shopping to buy his first American saddlebred prospect. But he said her neck is too short and her ears are too long, Bob was told when he showed her the picture to his friends. But Bob saw something special in a filly, made the purchase of his first show horse, and that filly's name, Red Hot Mama. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we'll celebrate the remarkable show career and the retirement of an amazing champion, Red Hot Mama.
She's a red hot mama, looking for romance. She's a red hot mama who likes to dance.
Please welcome to the arena, six-time world champion, Red Hot Mama, affectionately known as Girlfriend, presented by Carrie Kessler of Little Rock, Arkansas. No other horse and rider team has won as many classes and championships here at the St. Louis National Charity as Girlfriend and Carrie have won. In fact, they've been setting the standard in working Western since their first championship win in 2008. Continuing to win and dominate their field, in 2012, the team achieved the mare's champion designation. The achievement actually changes her name to Red Hot Mama, a coveted designation in the saddlebred industry. Along with 6 world championships and her champion designation, Girlfriend has also been a crowd pleaser, earning the People's Choice Award several times. A very important member of the successful team has been trainer Carol Jones of American Acres in Little Rock, Arkansas. Carol's been training horses for over 30 years. She's earned 40 world champion titles, and 11 of those have been won by American saddlebreds right here at the St. Louis National Charity. Carol's been an amazing trainer for Girlfriend. We could not have accomplished all that we have without her, says Mullinax. And Carol says, Girlfriend is the horse that dreams are made of for owner, trainer, and rider. And I think you can see something special here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Girlfriend. Girlfriend has helped to set the standard for the working Western pleasure class, which requires the highest level of training for Western saddlebred horses. Horses in the class are judged on quality of movement and manners at a walk, jog, and lope. After being judged on the rail, each horse must work individually, negotiating a course of complex maneuvers and obstacles designed to test the horse's athletic ability and handling, as well as the rider's skill. We'd like to extend a very special thank you to the Thompsons and Saddle and Bridle Magazine for supporting the working Western pleasure class. Carrie says, I've never known such a talented horse or one that's so willing to perform the courses of obstacles. Carrie's been showing Girlfriend since her first championship win. You can see a mare that's still got a lot of spunk, a lot of energy, and a lot of zest for the show ring. You can also see a lot of supporters of Girlfriend here in the center of the ring. The winner's circle, where countless times as she has taken the top honors. Friends of Girlfriend, center ring right now, include Jack Swanson, Judy Wood, Dee Wood, Janet Thompson. We also have Frederick Wilson, as well as Carl Wright, Rita Wright, Sarah Whitaker, and Roy Whitaker, Chris Thompson, and Ali Leos, Lindsay Soule, as well as Jen Beth Norton. Carol Jones also on hand here. And once again, it is the one and the only 6-time champion, Girlfriend. Also here center ring, many of the friends of Girlfriend, including Jeff Thompson as well as Marianne Miners. Again, champion Red Hot Mama. One of the greatest here ever at the St. Louis National Charity Horse Show. Now, the decision to retire Girlfriend has not been an easy one, according to Bob Mullinax. She's exceeded their wildest expectations from the very beginning at her first show here in St. Louis. He told Carol and Carrie that he'd be happy if they just got in the top 10. And as the announcer called out the placings from 10th to first place, a reverse order pitting there, the excitement grew. And when they announced her horse as the winner, he could hardly contain himself and ran to the center of the ring to get in the picture. He says, "I didn't care that I was in my dirty clothes from hours of grooming my horse. Chris Thompson of Saddle and Bridle asked me if I knew what we had just accomplished, that I was so green, I didn't even know who he was." Winning that championship and everyone since then have been the most exciting moments of my life, says Mullinax. And it's now time to give Girlfriend the retirement she deserves. While it's tempting to continue to show her, it's also rewarding to allow this special horse to end her showing career as a champion. If you ask what his retirement plans are for Girlfriend, you'll see a twinkle in Bob's eyes as he tells you about the pasture he's building for her on the rolling hills of his 250-acre estate in Little Rock, known as the Pine Hill Ranch. Girlfriend will have a special place at the Pine Hill Ranch and may even someday participate in weddings that will take place there, says Mullinax. Construction of the greeting center and offices of the ranch is almost complete, and construction of the barns and covered arena will begin in 2016. The Pine Hill Ranch will be a world-class training facility and will always be home to champion Red Hot Mama, also known as Girlfriend. The saddle comes off in the show ring for the final time, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight. A very special moment, a very touching moment, as many of the championship rides and awards have been over the course of the years. Tonight, of course, the emotions somewhat bittersweet because the end of a competition career has come, but the beginning of a well-deserved retirement is now upon us. And it's only fitting that the man who recognized that talent in a horse who most said couldn't do it and proved them wrong, Mr. Bob Mullinax, mounts up for the final ride of the show ring here tonight. Mr. Mullinax says owning and showing this amazing horse has been a dream come true, more rewarding than I could have ever imagined. And to think it all began with a little bay mare whose neck was too short and whose ears were too long. Bob Mullinax, ladies and gentlemen, for the final ride from the ring for champion Red Hot Mama. And of course, champion Red Hot Mama shown to such success over the course of 6 world championships. We want to hear it as well for a competitor who took to all of those wins here this evening. Carrie, of course, center ring here. And it is that bittersweet retirement of champion Red Hot Mama here on Thursday night. There again, all the friends of champion Red Hot Mama: Carol Jones, Jen Beth Norton, Lindsay Sowell, Ali Leos, Jeff and Chris Thompson, Roy Whitaker, Sarah Whitaker, Rita Wright, again Carl Wright and Francie Wilson, Marianne Miners, Janet Thompson, Dee Wood, Judy Wood, and Jack Swanson, who of course is our senior vice president here at the St. Louis National Charity. Let's give a fond farewell, ladies and gentlemen, to one of the greats, a history maker, a 6-time world champion under the handling of Carrie Kessler, and of course under the watchful and admiring eye of Mr. Bob Mullinax. One final so long to champion Red Hot Mama from the show ring. Well, folks, of course, again, a bittersweet moment there as we retire a great champion.